Hey, welcome everybody. So glad to have you here. We have a special edition, NBA playoffs edition here, and brought in Bill Dean, who's the owner of Succeed Personal Training, and you also worked with the Pacers.
I did.
So I'm excited about this workout because it's sort of in the theme of basketball, doing a little bit of basketball conditioning, it sounds like.
Yes. You will be conditioned, certainly.
So if you guys are just joining the show for the first time, this is the whole premise of it is an at-home workout show. I want you to find your passion when it comes to fitness. Maybe it's yoga, maybe it's Pilates, maybe it's basketball, maybe it's standing on your head on the wall. Whatever it is, I'm hoping to bring you something. So we bring different people each week to do something different. My basketball background is, as I mentioned to him, he's like, so Jenny, what's your sports background? Well, in basketball, I made 1 point. It was a free throw, and I jumped over the line, so it didn't count. So basically, I made 0 points in all of my basketball career. So this will be a lot of conditioning for me, soccer background and dance background and cheerleading and stuff. So this is totally new for me, but I'm glad to have you here, and I think a lot of people will benefit from seeing this.
Well, thanks for having me. And a lot of this stuff is basketball, but it certainly can be used for any kind of conditioning and any sport. It's more athletic development than it is basketball specific.
Definitely.
Because of the playoffs, we're calling it basketball
Yes,
specific.
exactly. And because I got my Pacer shirt on.
That's right.
Darn it. I am a good basketball fan, so I was at a lot of those games cheering for them, but still proud of them, so still wearing my Pacer shirt.
Absolutely. A great run this year. Great run.
Yes, I agree 100%. Okay.
Are we ready?
I guess I'm ready. Let's do this.
We're going to warm up.
Okay.
Nice and easy jump rope. And we're going to just we'll go through about 6 or 8 exercises here just to get you a little warm and a little loose.
Okay. So if you don't have a jump rope at home, I'm guessing you can probably just do a little hop, right?
I'm going to jump rope right here with you.
Okay,
no
good.
jump rope. We can get the arms going. Yep.
You were saying a lot of people say when they see the jump rope, I haven't done this in 30 years.
Absolutely.
Right?
So don't be intimidated by the jump rope. Okay, I'll take the rope,
Okay.
and you're going to step and slide. So we're going to be in athletic position or defensive stance, hands up, and you're going to just take a step and then drag that back foot. So drag
All
the
the way
back
over?
foot. Yeah. And then step and slide the back foot to warm up the groin. In basketball, obviously, we do a lot of lateral movements, so this helps to warm us up. Warm up the adductor group on the inside of the thighs,
definitely.
the buns and the lower back. Okay, and let's go right to a karaoke. We'll warm up the hips a little bit.
Oh, gosh, you guys remember this from back in the day, right?
There's a
Is
dance
this how you
move.
do it? Yeah.
Yes, step in front, step behind, and we're pivoting the hips, warming up the hips and a little bit of the core.
This
Good.
is familiar.
Very good.
Man, we're like back on the soccer field for me.
There you go. Let's get a dynamic stretch of the hamstrings here. So let's try Frankenstein.
Okay.
Hands are going to be straight out, and we're going to bring our foot up to reach towards our hand, keeping that leg straight, and we'll just alternate side to side.
Okay.
Good.
And explain how this is different from a stretch people might be used to.
Yeah, so normally, in the past, we've done kind of a static stretch and hold, and we hold that for 30 seconds as part of the
Sure.
warm-up. And now what we've realized through science is that the warm-up is kind of changed, and it's 2 separate things. So we have a warm-up where we try and raise our core temperature, we try and break a light sweat,
Sure.
and then we do some stretching. And you're kind of mixing them all together today. But the dynamic versus static, now we know that if you stretch a static muscle,
Yeah.
or you stretch a muscle statically, it can decrease your power output for many hours after that stretching session. And obviously before you go play basketball or before you do
Obviously,
an
my
event.
free throws need power.
Yes, you need the power. So we
Yeah.
don't want to decrease our power output by doing a static stretch prior to.
Sure.
Static stretching, very important still, but just at the end.
Okay.
When you have that extra, because you're not going to
Yeah.
work out for another 24 hours
Definitely.
probably. Okay, next one we're going to do is the alternating layups.
Okay.
So we're going to do either just a step with a high knee reach and reach overhead, and then other side, or we can make it a little bit more dynamic and add a little bit of a pop. This will pop up like we're going in for a layup. I know most of the time you probably dunked the ball, so
I did dunk a lot, but
This-
for purposes with this show, since we have some newer athletes watching,
we'll keep it a
I'll
layup.
just do this, yeah.
Okay, good. So we'll do one more on each side, and finish with a dunk. Good. Okay, there you go. Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, walking quad. So we're just going to take a
Okay.
step and grab the shoelaces. We'll try and leave a little space between the heel and the buns.
Okay.
Keep that knee protected, and then top part of the leg comes back. So we feel that stretch through the quadricep.
Got it.
Obviously very important.
Yeah,
Muscles.
for people who have trouble balancing, is there another option?
This is
for
the option. Yes.
Sure.
Hold on to the wall, absolutely, or your partner. But again, instead of the static stretch for 30 seconds, we'll just alternate that
Sure.
stretch. So you can face the wall so that you can put one hand up. Yeah, and we're going to hold just for about a second or 2, and then move on to the next one. Okay, the next one we're going to do is walking windmill. So now we stretched a little bit of the upper body,
Sure.
lower body, now we're going to hit the upper body. So just almost like you're doing a front crawl or a freestyle stroke in swimming. and we're just,
I love this kind of thing because
all
if
the way
somebody's
through.
doing this with us on their computer,
Yeah.
and somebody watching into the house,
yeah,
they're wondering, what the heck are you doing? You just say, we're working out. Come over here and join us,
that's
you know?
exactly right. Put the Beach Boys on,
Yeah.
surfing music. Okay, and then let's go backwards. So same exercise, but now we're stretching out a little bit through the back. Still shoulders, certainly, and a little bit of chest.
Yeah, definitely.
And then our last one that's going to kind of tip us into our circuit workout is going to be
Okay.
the inchworm.
This is still the it's still the warm-up, by the way,
This
you
is
guys.
still the warm-up. Okay, so the inchworm, this is a stretch and a strength exercise at the same time, full body. So Jenny's going to put her hands down on the floor as close to her feet as she can so that she's starting to already feel the stretch in her hamstrings.
Yes.
She's going to walk her hands out, keeping her heels down. And now the emphasis is going to shift from the hamstrings down into her calves and her Achilles.
Yeah, I feel that.
From here, she's going to keep on walking out as far as she can go where she's comfortable. And now it's a core stability and shoulder stability exercise. And you can see she's in an extended tall plank. And then from here, she's going to keep her hands where they are. And she's going to bring her feet back, again, getting her heels down as soon as she can. So she feels a stretch through the calf and
gotcha.
Achilles. And now the stretch is going into her hamstrings
Oh, yeah.
and lower back.
Oh, I feel that.
And she's going to turn around and come back and do one more.
Okay, turn around the other direction.
Yeah, let's come right back to
so
where
I
you
stay
started.
down here.
Yep.
What did you call this one again?
This one's called the inchworm.
The inchworm.
Why not? It looks just
yes.
like an inchworm.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Okay, so
Keep
it
on
goes
walking it
down.
out. Heels can come up when it's comfortable.
Okay.
And then we got lots of core. Belly button
Oh,
is
yeah,
pulled
I
into
feel
her
that.
spine. Her abs are tight. Low back is strong.
And now.
Hands are in front. And then
Okay.
feet come towards hands.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel that.
Good.
Well, I tell you what, I am warm.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's good. So there's the warm-up. There is the warm-up. Okay. So Jenny's ready to rock and roll. And again, we're going to do some exercises here that are maybe a little bit non-traditional.
Yeah, I
from a-
like that. I like that. Something
from
different.
from a non-traditional workout standpoint. But and all of these exercises we're going to use some props for, or at least for some of them. You can do these without props.
Yeah.
If you don't have two basketballs at home or a partner to roll you the ball, you
Sure.
can still do the movement that Jenny's doing without the ball.
Sure.
Okay.
Or any kind of ball, really. I imagine you could
No, absolutely.
different kind of ball or
And
something
actually,
too, yeah.
these would be easier because they're bigger. If you were using a tennis ball or a golf ball,
Oh.
you'd have to get down
I
lower.
would have to have some athletic ability. Okay.
No, you got plenty.
Okay.
So you're going to start in athletic position, that
Okay.
defensive stance,
Okay.
feet about shoulder width apart. Yep, buns down and chest up.
Okay.
And from here, I'm going to roll the ball side to side. You're
Okay.
going to toss the ball back to me or roll the ball back to me two-handed.
Am I shuffling or stepping or?
Shuffling.
Okay. got
Ready?
it. Yeah,
Go.
I think.
Good. Staying low. Perfect. And to challenge yourself, I want you to now push it back for these last three with two hands. Two hands.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes you work harder. That makes you work harder. And time. Good one. I think I said three and then I made you do four. That's
I
not
felt
very
like
nice.
Roy Hibbert right there. Definitely.
That was not very nice of me. All right, so we're going to do an agility exercise, and we're going to compound that right with a strength exercise. So
Okay.
you're going to do a Spider-Man push-up.
Oh dear.
So you're going to be in push-up position.
Okay.
As you lower your body, your upper body, you're going to bring your knee into that same side forearm. Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Woman.
Spider Woman.
Is there such a woman?
I think there is now.
If there wasn't, he's got
Yeah.
a match here. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Yeah, Jenny. Very good.
Oh.
And let's stand it up. Okay.
Okay.
Even though your heart rate's up, we're going to hit a conditioning exercise real
Let's
quick.
do
And
it.
this one, everybody's probably seen this. This can be at a march, or it can be at a run,
Okay.
or it can be at a sprint. High knees in place.
Okay. So march,
So march.
here or run.
Run. And then now, yeah. There you go. That's the athlete right there. Good. Fast feet for 3, for 2, for 1, and time.
Oh.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice. All these exercises we're doing are going to be anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds in length. And then with the first 3, or even the first 4, we're going to put them back to back pretty quickly. After the fourth one, which is a plyometric exercise, which is what we're going to do right now,
Okay.
that energy system is the ATP-PC system, adenosine triphosphate phosphocreatine system that we learned about back in the day.
I was going to say, explain your degree too, because just while it's on the top of my mind, education when it comes to training,
Yeah.
not everybody has it. A lot of people, say, sure, I can train you, I can teach you this, but this is truly what you study. and
Yeah,
went to school for.
yeah. So my degree is in health promotion and wellness,
Yeah.
and that incorporates all of the different aspects of what it takes to be involved in fitness, from basketball to economic to spiritual
Yeah.
to social.
Important
and
stuff,
certainly-
yeah.
Yeah, and
So many-
certainly the physiology background. So, so by training that ATP-PC system, we need to. That one only lasts. That's the energy system that we use for quick bursts. So when you hear of the guy that his baby's under the car and he lifts the car up. That's all ATP PC.
How'd that happen? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Got really strong.
But that being said, or a short sprint in duration of 10 seconds or less, 100-meter dash in the Olympics. Those guys train really hard, really intense, but then they take a long time in between exercises. Not super conducive to a personal training session,
Sure.
because if you have your people, sometimes
Resting for the whole
Olympic
time or
powerlifters-
while they're sitting at home.
yeah, they'll do 1 rep and they'll rest for 10 minutes.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
We don't. But in this, it's a little different exercise.
Sure.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to have you jump, and you're going to find out
Okay.
why we're not using this as a conditioning exercise. We're using it as a plyometric exercise. So you're
Okay.
going to jump laterally over the cones.
Okay.
And again, for people at home that don't want to jump,
And
this
is
can
it,
just be a
is
step.
it like a continuous, or is it, do you do a double hop, or just over as much as you
It's
can?
over, as
Okay.
many touches as you can get in, and I want you to land. You're doing perfectly because you're landing lightly, and as soon as you're landing, you're jumping quickly again. Last 2 jumps, 1, 2, and done. Good.
Okay.
So we're going to talk for about 30 seconds.
They
and
hear my breathing. They're like,
We're going to let Jenny's ATP PC system regenerate. But the reason why we don't want to, this is kind of the difficulty with plyometrics. You go see somebody doing this, and you say, "Oh, I'm going to go do that." It oftentimes turns into a conditioning exercise, and we think more is better.
sure.
With plyometrics, that's not the case. They're very high demand exercise.
Yeah, taxing on the body. so you have to
Physiologically
do that, yeah.
taxing, very, very taxing. And so you want to make sure that you give your body enough time to recover. You want to start with very few ground contacts and then progress.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where it's certainly not more is better, and you want to allow at least 48 hours to recover
Before you do something
before you do
similar.
another
Yeah.
activity that's plyometric in
Yeah,
nature.
definitely.
So if you're ready to roll,
Let's do it. Yeah.
let's do our second circuit.
Let's do it.
Okay, the next circuit is going to be an agility drill. So Jenny's going to slide laterally between these 2 cones. And now instead of just the lateral slide, we're going to incorporate a change of
So I
direction.
start here.
We start
Oh,
here.
okay.
So Jenny's going to slide, and then she's going to sprint, change direction, and then she's going to backpedal and change direction.
So if
slide.
people have, I was just gonna say, if they don't have cones, they can use, a teddy bear or a book or just like anything on the ground. in their
Anything that
living
you're
room.
not going to step on and roll your ankle. So if you
Okay.
do use a book or something like that, you got to make sure that
Be really careful.
the best thing to do if you don't is put a piece of tape on the floor, because then you
That
can step
works,
on it and
yep.
you don't. And these
Love
cones
that.
are all. If you step on these cones, you're not going to
Okay.
hurt. You're not going to hurt an ankle.
Safety cones. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Now
ready?
stop interrupting and actually work out. Here we go.
Here we go. Go. Slide. Sprint. Good. Backpedal. Slide. Sprint. Good. Change of direction, Jenny. Backpedal. And one more time. Slide. Sprint. And back. Very good.
Ooh.
Very good.
I feel like I'm about to run into these walls, but I mean, definitely, even though it's in a small area, man,
Absolutely. And now,
Sorry.
obviously, when we were working with the Pacers, we would typically do this the width of
a
the.
little bit bigger than what I was doing.
They're a little bit bigger. Yes, they have a little more power. But we'd also do this about the width of the lane.
Okay.
So
So you can make it bigger if you want.
absolutely, if you have a basketball court,
Sure.
you can
Yeah,
certainly do
for
that.
those of you with a basketball court in your living
In
room.
your living room. There you go. Okay. Agility followed by strength.
Okay.
So now instead of an upper body, we're going to do a lower body strength, clock lunges.
Okay.
So let's pretend you're looking at a clock. Here's 12, here's 3, here's 6, and there's 7:30. You're going to lunge with your right leg to 12 and back, right leg to 3, so it's a lateral lunge.
Do you want this leg straight or?
Yep, trail leg
Okay.
is straight, perfect. Back, and then 7:30. So it's a crossover lunge. Now let's do left leg.
Okay.
And you're doing a great job, obviously. You've done plenty of lunges in your life. But when you can see when Jenny's doing this, or maybe you can't, but I'll tell you what she's doing. Especially on the lateral lunge, her lead leg is going to say 3 o'clock, or in this case, to 3 o'clock.
Sure.
But her buns are coming back to 5. So when she does that, it shifts her weight back and keeps it in the heel, which keeps all the stress off the patellar tendon and keeps it in the quad and the buns where we want it.
And then on the 7 o'clock, that kind of, it's almost like a curtsy.
It's like
And
a
then-
curtsy, yep.
Then you come back here, this stays
It does stay
forward.
straight, yep,
Okay.
without putting any torque on the knee.
Okay.
And that's enough of those.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Certainly you can do
Cool.
more, but that's plenty.
Cool. I think
All right.
that's it.
After that one, we got to do our conditioning one. So
Bring
we're
it
going to do
on.
wall run.
All right.
So instead of this one, the last time we did the run in place, this
Yeah.
one we're going to lean into the wall. So I want you to think about pushing this wall out into the street. So as hard as you can, pushing into your wall in your living room,
Okay.
and think about moving the wall here. The key to this is you got to keep your elbows locked out.
Got
All
it.
right? So
Okay.
elbows are locked, core is tight, and we're going to bring our knees up. The tendency here is to bring the heels up.
Okay. So you want to pull.
We want knees high.
That's a little harder, isn't
That's
it?
much harder. That's much harder.
This wall better watch out.
I know.
Okay.
We got to throw it into the
Ready?
next. Throw it into the street. Ready? Go. There you go, Jenny. Push, 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 push. So you can feel the drive down and back. We'll go 3. We'll go 2. We'll go 1, and time.
Oh, man. Almost knocked it over.
Almost knocked it
That
over.
was so
Darn
close.
it.
So close.
That's a tough exercise.
Yes,
That
it is.
gets your heart rate going in
That's
a
good. I like that.
New York second. So that's a good one. Okay, and then now the plyo drill, the plyometric drill that we're going to do.
Okay.
This time you're going to come over 2. So you're going to jump over 2, and we'll grab our basketball.
Okay.
So now, just like when you were doing the lateral jumps, you're going to land lightly and you're going to jump quickly. You're going to come.
Pop right up over.
Yep, you're going to come forwards at me twice. So
Oh.
facing me. 1, 2. When she lands after her second jump, I'm going to toss the ball, left or right. Again, at home, if you don't have somebody to toss you the ball, you just decide which way, when you land, which way you're going to take a step or 2. But what this does is that now, after you hit that athletic position on the second plyometric, now it makes you react. So
Okay.
it's a plyometric drill with a reaction.
Okay.
Okay?
So sorry for any equipment we may or may not ruin because of my lack of basketball skills.
I'm going to toss it
But
right to you,
I was
and you're
just
going to
kidding.
look it
We're
right
good.
into your
We're
hands.
good. So I hop over to both feet together.
Both feet together,
Okay.
yep.
Ready?
I am. 1, 2, and reaction catch.
And then what do I do?
Perfect.
Run back?
Toss it back to me.
Okay.
And 1, 2, and reaction. Yeah, Jenny. One more. 1, 2, reaction catch. Yeah, good one.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, she just did plyometrics, so we're going to give her 30 to 60 seconds to catch her breath. And as we do that, we're going to just set up the last one.
Okay.
This will be our last circuit, and
Okay,
we're right here.
awesome.
We're right here at just about 15 minutes. So you can see this is a pretty challenging workout
We
in
got
a short
lot
amount of time.
done already. Yeah.
I want you to think about having a cross or a plus on the ground.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to, this is a footwork drill. So you're going to jump forwards to your left, backwards, and to your right.
Okay.
Right across, so if the plus was right here, a plus sign, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 4 open squares.
Okay.
You're going to jump forward, across, back, and across. And I
Okay.
want you to go as fast as you can with your feet.
Okay. Got it. Bent knees.
Bent knees,
the
athletic
whole time?
position,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Light and quick. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Wait. Front side, back side.
Yep, front side, back side. Front side, back side. Good, Jenny, good. There you go.
Don't
That's
laugh
it.
at me, you guys.
Time.
You better be doing this with me.
And because we went one side, we got to go the other side.
Okay.
So let's go the exact opposite.
Got it.
Front, other side, back, and side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready?
Okay.
Go. This should be good with your dance background.
Yeah.
1,
Should
2,
be.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And time. Very good.
Oh.
Very good. All right, we got another basketball drill here for you.
Oh,
And
good.
This one we're going to do is called an isometric squat. So you're going to get down into a low squat position.
Okay.
From here, I want your elbows to be coming back. I'm holding this to give Jenny some resistance. Again, at home you're gonna use
in
the
that
resistance
spot.
band, and that's it. We're gonna pretend that a shot went up, okay? And LeBron missed the shot, and so you're gonna box out to get the rebound. So from here,
Yeah.
you're gonna pull your elbows back. You're gonna go wide. Yeah. Throw an elbow. That's it. Okay, I like it. I like it. And then I'm going to make you move a little bit because we
Okay.
never know when the shot goes up if it's going to come off short,
Okay.
long, front, or
I
back.
feel like I'm on edge right now. Okay, I'm
Ready?
ready to go. Yeah.
Go. Elbows back. Elbows back. Good. There you go. There you go. That's it. That's it, Jenny. Good. Good. Oh, that might have been a flagrant foul. Okay. And time. Okay. You threw the elbow a little vigorously. I like it, though. It was a
I
chippy
warned you, I
series.
said, I mean, I could play competitively. I cannot shoot.
It was a very chippy series, so I like the elbows. All right. We got 2 more exercises.
Okay.
The first one is burpees. Now, I've watched your show before, and I know you've done burpees before. This is one of the harder exercises. Full body, no equipment needed. Very challenging, but this is a conditioning part. So we got to condition.
Yeah.
We got to challenge ourselves on the condition.
Okay.
So you're going to start with the ball. Before you drop down into the burpee,
Yeah.
you're going to hit me with a chest pass,
Okay.
and then drop down. Feet out, feet up, jump, and catch the ball. Good. Good. Down, out, up, catch. Last one, Jenny. Last one. Down, kick out, kick back.
Ooh, off the
And
microphone.
time. time. You got full extension, that's why, and I apologize for that.
No, I think that was good. I don't know if you guys can hear me on Bill's mic, but we can tell the technical people it is now all back in one place. Do we have my mic back?
Are we back in action?
Okay, cool.
Fantastic.
We're back in action.
Fantastic. And Jenny, the last one we're going to do is what's called a power drop. And for those of you at home, this is a 150-pound medicine ball. Jenny's very strong. All right, it's 9 pounds, but
Okay.
she's still very strong.
Okay.
And so we did some plyometrics for the lower body, where we were doing the jumping drills and we put our muscles on stretch, immediately try to contract them after stretching.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do an upper body plyometric drill. So we're going to put our chest, shoulders, and triceps on stretch, and she's going to try and reverse that stretch and throw the ball back to me as hard as she can. All right? So you're going to go ahead and lay down. Microphone dependent.
Right. Okay.
Hands are going to be right up over her chest. I'm going to drop the ball into her hands, and she's going to throw the ball up as powerfully and as quickly as she can back to my hands. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1. We'll do 5 of them, Jenny. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect.
The grunts help.
The grunts help. That just shows me you're trying to throw it as hard as you can.
Yeah, it was.
And that's exactly what you want to do. So anytime you're doing a plyometric activity, it's short, it's very intense, but it's as fast and it's as powerful as you can make it. The plyometrics kind of bridges the gap between the weight room and the court.
Yeah.
So it's that fast twitch, fast muscle fiber firing of quick, powerful movements that we're trying to do whenever we're trying to do plyometric activities.
Really athletic stuff, for sure.
Total athleticism stuff.
Did I make it through it all?
You rocked it.
Yes.
Way to go.
Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Bill. Okay,
Absolutely.
I want to talk to him because I've got some questions about how he got involved in the Pacers. So come on over here,
All right.
and we will chat for a little bit. Well, now you guys know that I will not ask you to do anything that I'm not going to try along with you. So got a nice solid workout today, and I appreciate Bill coming and kind of sharing his knowledge with us. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about working with the Pacers. But first I want to thank the sponsors of the show, because that's the reason why we're able to put this whole production together, the equipment and the website and everything like that. No one's getting rich off this. We're just kind of getting it on there so that you guys can get some of this knowledge. So I want to thank Jason Hess from Keller Williams Realty, who has been a sponsor from the very start. Also, John Welliver with Carpenter Realtors, John Welliver II, I should say, and then Vault Denim by Meredith. So their information is on our website if you're interested in supporting the sponsors of the show, the people who keep this going. And then, Bill, thank you for spending your time putting us through this workout.
Absolutely. It was
you
fantastic.
have a great background in fitness, and I'm so interested to hear about how you got connected with the Pacers, because what a neat group to work with, and what a neat career path.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I always told when I was having my year-end reviews with Donnie Walsh that I never wanted to go anywhere else. This is a great job. It was the second best job in the world. And every year he'd say, second best job in the world, what's the best? And I said, Reggie's got a pretty good job. Being a player is a pretty good job. So, no, I had a great experience there. I was there from 1998 to 2005. And so those are great years for us, very successful years for us. And it was really an unbelievable, fun and challenging experience.
Sure.
It was great.
Definitely, because prior to you coming on with your particular position, were they getting that type of training?
They were getting that type of training, but just from different staff. So the athletic trainer, who wears about 1,000 hats in the morning and then a different 1,000 in the afternoon, was trying to do all of it. So he was trying to be the trainer, he was trying to be the strength and conditioning coach, and so he was spread very, very thin. And so I was at the National Institute for Fitness and Sport, where I started my career, and a couple of the Pacer players at the time, Haywood Workman and Derek McKee, had been injured, and David had gotten them all the way back to just about where they needed to be, and they just needed a little bit something extra. And so he brought them over to NIFS. They came and we worked out that summer. And the summer of 19, so it would have been the summer of 98. And David said, hey, you ever thought about being a strength and conditioning coach in the NBA? And, I didn't tell him this, but inside I was like, only every day since I've been 9 years old.
Of course, yeah.
So it was very, very exciting, and one thing led to another, and it was the right time, and Larry had just taken over as a head coach, Larry Bird, and he had said that his team was going to be known as the best conditioned team in the NBA, and so the timing was right, and the moons aligned, and the stars aligned, and everything kind of came together at the right place and the right time, and I had had a little bit of success with Derek and Haywood, and those guys got better, and so it really all worked out fantastically.
Now, how do you balance with somebody like that, where it's like they're already obviously these extreme athletes? You want to keep up their condition, you want to improve upon what they have, but not injure them.
Yeah,
that's got to be a kind of a complicated combo.
Well, it's the blessing and the curse of having people that are at the absolute peak of their profession. Yeah. And so, and when I say this is no disrespect to the human beings that are athletes, but these guys are racehorses. I mean, they are finely tuned, high energy, high output, graceful, beautiful athletes in the purest sense of the word. And especially basketball, they can run, they can jump, they can change direction. They're strong, they're powerful, they have to have a lot of endurance. So it's a great thing to be the strength coach for that, because you can almost hit them with anything, and they have to do it because it's like, oh yeah, I do have to be able to jump. Oh yeah, I do have to be strong. Oh yeah, I do have to be flexible. Oh yeah, I do have to be powerful. So you can do all sorts of different drills, kind of like what we did today.
Yeah.
And it's not just...
I'm sure I did that just like them.
A lot better. Yeah. I think you got to try out.
Yeah.
The draft is coming up.
I think that's what I hear.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you think about, a cook working with the finest ingredients, or it's like, you've got lobster and steak to work with, to make something really delicious, or, put together this athlete that's really amazing. Now, how often were they training? How many? I'm always curious, like, aside from the games and stuff, what else they're doing?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the reason it's great is because I tell my clients now, the reason why professional athletes are better than we are, there's several. Number one, they pick their parents better than we did. So genetically, they're blessed differently than we were.
Yeah.
Number two, their entire life has been devoted to becoming the best basketball player they can be. Where for the vast majority of us, we don't have that luxury of just focusing 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day from the time we're 10 until we're 20 to get a job.
And then you're a professional athlete.
So that's a second difference. But a big reason why they're different than us and they're better able to withstand the rigors of this than we is because literally from the moment Reggie and Chris Mullen and Sam Perkins and Jalen Rose and Austin Crozier and Jeff Foster, from the moment their wheels touched the ramp to drive down into Conseco's parking lot at 8 o'clock in the morning, from the moment their wheels touched that ramp, everything was set in motion to make them the best athlete they could be. Yeah. And so, they would come in 2 hours before practice and they'd go to see the trainer. And the trainer would warm them up and make sure that all their joints were aligned and their joints were warm, limber, flexible, strong. Then they come with me and we do our conditioning workout.
And how long would that last on it?
It's always different.
Depends.
And it just depends on whether we had a game or a non-game, whether you played or you didn't, whether you were going to play that night, or, if you were rehabbing an injury versus if you were fit. If you played 40 minutes, Reggie did a lot different workout than the 12th guy on the bench.
So it's very personalized.
So it's all 100% personalized. So then they come to me for a little while, then they go out on the court, almost always an hour before practice, and they put shots up. Yeah.
And now this is not even practice yet. We're not even talking about practice.
No. And so then they're on the court shooting and getting shots up, very casual, but
moving.
Moving, and then oftentimes with a coach. So the coaches would come out and we're firing balls to them and they're getting up shots. And they go through a practice, anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. Bar none, everybody, especially in those years, stayed after practice and got shots up.
Really?
After
so they
practice.
were in those years they were staying after and
Absolutely.
just on their own.
And you know what? I'm sure this team is too.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I wasn't necessarily.
Yeah. So they stay after practice, again working with the coaches, working on their individual skills, getting just repetitions of shot after shot after shot, and then they go back in. And if they didn't work out with me before, then they're doing a workout with me then, or they're with the trainers again, and then after the trainers, they're getting massage.
Oh. Well, that sounds like the only good part.
It's all good. It's all good, but that's really good.
So it is a full day. Yeah. They're moving all day. Well, then I guess I don't feel so bad then that I'm not as athletic as them.
No. Well, you're so close. You're right on the cusp.
I know. I feel it. A few more, practices with you and I'll be good to go. I'll just keep watching this video over and over.
How tall are you?
5'2".
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that may be a rough one.
That's the whole pecking your parents thing.
Yes, exactly. Well, Bill Dean, thank you so much for coming on. Tell everybody, Succeed Personal Training, and I know you guys have a website and everything. Tell everybody what the website is.
Yeah, succeedpersonaltraining.com is our website, and you can go there and get some information about us. And we're also doing group classes that you were an instructor for.
I've been a part of those too, yeah.
Absolutely. And we're also doing a show very similar to you where we're doing a lot for corporate, where we're doing online personal training, mynettrainer.com, coming soon.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on. Just so interesting to hear about the background, what these players do, and get a little taste of it ourselves. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the workout. If you have any questions about it or weren't sure on some of the technique or anything like that, just post the question right below this episode, and then I'll get with Bill and ask him those questions. If you want more workouts throughout the week, if you're always doing an at-home workout, there are so many on this website. You can literally pick a different one. I just always remind you to take, if it's a strength workout, take that rest period in between and do something else for that day in between. But otherwise, it's JennyAnnShondo.com always is the website. And every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we post a new workout throughout the week. We post recipes and ideas and inspiration and the whole bit. So appreciate you for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
That was so fun. And appreciate you guys for watching. So we will see you next time. Thanks so much.